no thinner than a human hair, only 1/10 of a millimeter thick. The paintwork on an Audi is incredibly strong, able to withstand environmental extremes for decades. Car paintwork is high-tech, and even though up to 2,500 Audis are painted in Ingolstadt every day, it's a long and complicated process. Four coats of paint are applied to every Audi. But before this can even begin, the car body is degreased and phosphated. Only then will the paint adhere reliably. The rotations stop air bubbles from forming, so every little corner ends up 100% clean. The first coat can then be applied. The immersion bath of primer protects the metal from corrosion, ensuring a long life. 330 volts DC are applied to the body, transporting exactly the right amount of paint. All excess drips off and is caught in the trough. The bodies are then carefully checked to ensure that they are perfectly primed. Sensitive areas, such as seams and joins, as well as sills and wheel arches, are sealed fully automatically with PVC, providing additional protection against stones and salt spray. Before the paint itself is applied, some points may have to be sanded down and thoroughly cleaned. Air jets and emu feathers ensure that not a speck of dust remains on the surface. The second coating is now applied. The filler evens out any slight bumps and makes the paint more elastic so that the surface doesn't crack. The base coat is then sprayed on, providing the color. There are 32 different colors, and a changeover can be made at any time. The paint is whirled into a fine mist by the cyclone atomizer, which prevents any drops from forming. The electrostatic charge of the droplets coming from the nozzle attract them to the body over an extended area. So the paint spreads evenly over the surface, and hardly any is wasted. The process requires enormous amounts of fresh air. In 1 hour, enough is blown through to fill a football stadium. A pneumatic robot applies an additional layer for special effect finishes. The high-speed spray aligns the reflecting particles so that they reflect the light differently, depending on the angle they're viewed at. Finally, a scratch-proof sealing coat is applied. The clear lacquer protects the paint from ultraviolet light, the weather, and dirt. But most importantly, it provides gloss and depth of color. In the interests of a long and sparkling life for your car, the sealing coat is baked at 140 degrees Celsius in the drying oven. Plastic parts need to be precisely the same color as the metal body, which is not so easy because paint doesn't adhere well to plastic. In order to make the surface paintable, it has to be altered by a plasma created by an electric discharge in a gas mixture. The conducting primer can then be applied, allowing the plastic to take an electrostatic charge and attract the paint. After this, the process continues as with the car body. In the same order, the filler, base coat and clear lacquer are sprayed on. Once the process is complete, quality controls ensure flawlessness. All finished parts and the body are checked using Color Care, the world's leading colorimetry software, developed in conjunction with Audi. It measures the precise hue and other values to ensure that they match 100%. The final element of the quality controls at Audi check the resistance of the paintwork to ice, salt, heat and moisture. Intricate precision guarantees Audi perfection.